Hello everyone, I'm Larry Haler, your state representative from the 8th District. I represent most of Benton County, including Richland and Kennewick. I'm reporting to you today from the 2012 legislative session here in Olympia. As most of you know, the legislature met in a special session last month in an effort to solve our state's projected $2 billion shortfall. That's billions of dollars. Many of my colleagues and I were prepared to come to Olympia and solve the entire budget problem and focus on getting 300,000 people back to work here in this state. That didn't happen. The special session lasted for weeks, and budget leaders cobbled together a mixture of budget, fund transfers, early savings, and other budget gimmickry to help solve 1/4 of the state budget shortfall. I supported this proposal in the end because I felt that some action was better than no action at all, especially reducing our deficit by $480 million. But in this case, I believe we could have and we should have done more to get our state spending back in line with revenues. Speaking of revenue, you might find it very interesting that our state revenues are expected to grow by 6.9% over the next 2 years. Think about it, 6.9%. I doubt many families in our state can say the same thing about their revenues. Yet even with this expected revenue increase, there is already talk of raising taxes. I've said this before and I will say it again. The minute folks start talking about tax increases, all efforts towards prioritizing spending and making significant government reforms simply vanish. This isn't right. I believe we can balance this budget, fund education, protect our communities, and deliver services to our most vulnerable amongst us within our existing revenues. However, while we're debating the budget shortfall in Olympia and looking for a solution to our state spending issues, we have to remember the state's paramount duty is education. The recent Supreme Court decision once again emphasized this fact that education is the state's #1 priority, and I agree. I believe we should fund education first. Education should get the first dollar from the state's budget, not the last. My House Republican caucus and I have a proposal in the works that will do just that, create a separate education budget that demands the state fully fund and completely fund our children's basic education once and for all. I hope you will support us in this effort. Once again, as I make decisions in Olympia this year, I will continue to weigh whether a proposal helps create jobs in Washington or hurts job creation. We need a strong, thriving private sector to help grow our economy and get Washington working again. I will be working on solutions to give employers the certainty they need to begin hiring again and expanding their operations. As always, I invite you to share your ideas by contacting my office. I welcome your input. You can use my direct line, 360-786-7986, and that again is 360-786-7986, or use the toll-free hotline that you see below, or send me an email message. And don't forget to check my website for news and where you can also sign up for my e-newsletter. Thank you so very much. It's a great honor and a privilege to serve you in Olympia. I look forward to hearing from you. This is Larry Haler, representing the 8th Legislative District, reporting to you from Olympia.